I'm not a big fan of the cherry little lollipops. I technically like the grape ones just a little bit more. Let me see if we open it up. And here's what I'll do. I'm going to take the cherry one, remove it, and if I get it a little dirty, it'll look like the grape. In fact, I can probably just turn it into the grape one. And now we have what we like. I just came across this crazy feature that these lollipops have. Let me show you, especially these Tootsie ones. If you just take, you have to kind of maneuver it a little bit, but if you pull it off, you'll see that it'll actually bounce, and then you can have it pop back on there right before you eat it. If you want a little extra flavors from the ground, that's it, you know? Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Javier Fuenmayer. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment down below with random objects that you'd like me to use to create a magic trick. And then in an upcoming video, I will use your suggestions to create a trick. I want to give credit to my dad for helping me come up with this trick. If he wouldn't have called me.
¿Aló?
Aló, ¿qué fue, pa?
Papá, se me ocurrió una idea. Es tirar una chupeta al piso, rebota, la agarras y te la empiezas a comer.
After he told me that he wanted a lollipop that bounces, the whole entire trick started to come into fruition, and then multiple ideas. I'm gonna give you those, but I'm sure you're gonna be able to come up with more on your own. I went on Amazon, I found some bouncy balls, the link will be in the description, and then I just went and got some lollipops. I got multiple different types of lollipops to see which one would work best. I realized that most of them actually work, so whichever lollipop you find, I'm sure you're gonna be able to find a bouncy ball that's going to match it, or at least slightly. One of the reasons I really like this is because number one is very visual, and I usually don't have that many tricks that I can show kids. I feel like this is perfect for kids, and then adults would also like watching it because of the visual aspect behind the effect. So for sure, next time I see my niece and my nephew, I'm definitely going to show them this. And if I know that I'm gonna be going somewhere where there's going to be kids, maybe a friend's kids or something like this, I can totally just have that in my pocket, and at the end I can give them a lollipop for them to keep. As you'll see, it'll take a little bit of practice, but just by doing this a couple times, you should be able to get it down. I went with the red bouncy ball and the red lollipop. Take a key or a razor blade, anything, and just push inside, and that's going to make a little tiny hole. We're just going to remove the wrapper, and we're gonna save that. Now, if you just place that on top, you'll see that it looks like a lollipop if we just hide this here. Once you have the bouncy ball inside, wrap it with the wrapper and make it look nice. I'm just going to do it very quickly here just so I can show you. Once you're ready to perform, you would unwrap this, making sure you're keeping that ball hidden. And then once you remove this, you can get rid of it. Here, you just act like you're struggling to remove this, which they think it's the lollipop. You bounce, and then you can do the move where you link it. Now, in order to do the link with the lollipop, you want to have your middle finger and index finger near that thumb, so that when you move the hand up, the index finger is actually going to go above that stick. And then on the way down, we'll flick it over, at the same time catching the ball. So let's see if we can show you slowly from exposed view. So 1, 2, and oh, I'm trying to do it too slow. Let's try it again. 1, 2, and 3. And then you would have this here. And then that would link the little lollipop, which you can now eat, or you could close it up. From here, if you want, you could take the lollipop, put it in your mouth, or pretend, oh, actually not now. And then you're actually just ditching the ball as you get your paper to wrap it up again. Another thing you could do if you don't want to do this move where you link it, you could just remove the ball, and then as you come over, you would be twisting the lollipop as you pretend to link it. I personally like to just do the little link like this. So we just go like, puff, and oh, I had it backwards. Now, if you want to do the one where it changes flavors, what you need is the one that it's going to end up as. Your original flavor, let's say in this case it's red, this is going to be what they think this is. You're also going to need the wrapper that matches the last one if you want to show that wrapper at the end, as well as the original color of the ball. So this is what they think it's going to be. You're going to wrap it here. Obviously, I haven't done it properly here. I'm just doing it quickly for the explanation. You would have the actual lollipop with a different color from your wrapper. You would then wrap it up. You should wrap it really good. And then as you remove this, boom, you'll have this, which you put in your pocket, but you're actually going to switch it for the other one later. So make sure you know which is which. Then you say that you don't like the cherry flavor or whichever flavor you want. And then you do everything exactly as we have. As it comes up, you do it again. You're just getting a little bit of dirt to get some extra flavor. Oh, it flew that way. You should catch it, but then you would have the right lollipop here, which you would then take out the correct paper, close it up for later, or hand it to your spectators for them to have. I'm showing you those little tiny routines that you can do, but I'm pretty sure you can come up with multiple different ways of doing the effect. In fact, you can change the ball before you bounce it. As you bounce the ball, you could do a bubble switch so that the ball actually changes colors and then you link it. I'm sure there's multiple different things that we can do with this. You can have visual restorations of the lollipop. You could just be bouncing the ball in front of people and then you link it and immediately start eating it. Don't forget to comment down below with a random object that you would like me to use a magic trick with. I want to give a huge thanks once again to my dad for helping me come up with this routine. If you like content like this, feel free to check out my other videos in my YouTube channel. I have things with cards, coins, Sharpies, mentalism stuff, all different types of tricks, mostly everyday carry that you can just have with you and perform at any time. I want to thank you so much for your time. Once again, I'm Javier Fuenmayer, and I'll see you next week on Monday.